But overall, great team.
When that final horn sounded, what was going through your head?
Man, just good chance to survive and advance. I'm so proud of my guys and the coaching staff for putting in a great game plan. We executed down to the wire, and see everybody in Jersey.
Did it feel like the last 2 minutes or so of that game just took like an hour or something?
Nah, it definitely took slow. It went by slow. All the reviewing and fouling and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, however long it took, we got that win.
Was there ever a point where you were kind of worried about how it was going to play out?
No, we work on in the game scenarios like that all the time. And I feel like in the Big 12, we had a lot of opponents where we went down to the wire, and I feel like 3 out of the 4 games it hasn't went our way. And I'd rather have workout right now than back in the Big 12. So we've been prepared for this moment.
It kind of felt like you guys just weren't letting your season end tonight, right?
Man, you can't. We got so many guys that put in so much work. Trey, I think it's his last year. C-Love, this is last year. Some of the walk-ons and scholarship players are last year. So we're trying to give everything we can, to keep playing.
You're going to have a lot of family come out for the Sweet 16 game?
Man, that's back in my roots, and definitely going to have a lot of family members for sure. Yes, sir. Thank you.
What do you remember from the Duke game?
I think it was a close game for a majority of the game. I think we let it slip away down the stretch. But again, that was early in the year when we were kind of figuring out how to close out games. They're a tough team, but I think we match up pretty well. And obviously, it's going to be a whole full 40-minute game. But I'm super excited. We're going to be the best prepared as we can be.
Does this feel like an old Pac-12 game for you?
No, I think it's kind of a little bit more physical. I think them going to the Big 10 and us going to the Big 12 kind of changed how physical we got to be as teams in the new conference. And I think you can see that. I think in the Pac-12 they kind of would have called a little tic-tac fouls and kind of tried to slow the game down with fouls. And I think credit to the refs for letting us play, and shout out to Oregon.
You guys been talking about being the gritty boys all season.
Yeah,
where does this rank on the level of grittiness?
Oh, it's up there for sure. Being down 14 in the first half, us fighting back, taking the lead, and then them throwing their punch in the second half, and us staying calm, and hitting timely shots and getting timely stops. I think that was the grittiest of them all, especially since it's March. So I think it's top 1.
Hey man, I'll tell you what, top 4. Wait,
top 1.
Okay, I think
it's top 1. Or that and Iowa State. I think those two games are top 2.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, so 19-4 run for them. Why not break?
Having that so what now what mentality has kind of been our approach down the stretch. Going into the Big 12 tournament, we started using that motto. And then, using that motto and keeping our composure today was kind of something we've been, preaching on in preparation and film. As a team, we're just trying to stay level-headed. And a full 40 game, the other team's going to go on a run. It's a game of runs. And, we made our run, too.
I think we just have a group of resilient guys. Everybody knew that we knew that stuff was going to get going for us. We're such a good basketball team. We have such a veteran team that we understood at the end of the day we're going to be able to build back in this game. But I think Deli did a great job as well, saying step by step. He told us brick by brick. So just understanding that was good for us.
And just to continue to run with this group of guys, did it feel like some of the seniors on this team, guys like Caleb Love and Trey, maybe they were just like, we're not letting our season end tonight?
For sure. There's always a fight to it. There's always going to be a fight no matter if it's a regular season game or a postseason game. Just understanding treating it like any other basketball game was the main focus for us. But obviously, you feel the added pressure, but I think we've done such a good job of understanding it's just basketball at the end of the day where it wasn't that added fear factor, essentially. There was jitters, obviously, but it's also a stillness to us where we're like, okay, we're going to be fine. It's basketball. Let's just play and see what's going on. Thank you, man.